I found a new sound design technique. I'm going to show you my thought process and everything. If we make new audio track, we get a sample, right? Put it in here. So we got this cool little arpeggiator, plucky, glitchy arpeggiator here, right? Recently, I have been doing this. Right click, slice a new MIDI track with built-in, just regular default stuff. And what we do is we get this as an effect. But I like randomization lately, so I've been putting this random. It has all these parameters here that's putting it on, so we're going to put it on random, reseed it a couple times. Which is cool in itself. I wanted to explore this a little bit more, so we go right click, slice a new MIDI track, but then I tried to do these other ones. I don't know how to operate the sampler very well, but you can do these other ones and these actually sound kind of cool. I mean, it's interesting to say the least. And then you can put reverse on, then it'll reverse all the samples. I tried to do something like that and it didn't really work for me. I decided to put it into a simpler, which is like a sampler, but it's a little different. Put it in here. Then you can kind of do this slice by transient stuff. And then you can... And you get some really cool stuff like that. It's like warping, but the thing is that with warping, it tries to keep the sample within the same distance. So it's warping it, it's pitching it up and down, but it's stretching it and applying an algorithm to it. And we can do it here too. We can do a complex, so it basically won't warp it, kind of. Let's put this transition down. But it doesn't really do too much. I made a rack, call it a sample rack generator. So we're gonna put this in here. I have this pre-made. It should be downloadable. I'll put this into the YouTube. It's basically, I got a whole bunch of parameters mapped here, and these are the ones I think are the most important to be mapped. So I'm gonna put this sample into here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna press random a couple times, because you gotta be able to get this right. I'm gonna have this fixed, by the way. You gotta put loop on here, and basically you can get some cool results like this. I got some samples, like one-shots and stuff, and once you mess around with this a little bit, you know what you can do is you can go to normalize volume and then crop sample. There you go. So what I did here is I made this, I excluded this from the randomization. So basically if a sample is a little bit quiet, you could just do this. And also I'm gonna make this red now, and that's what we'll do. So anything in red is if you move it, it changes the rack totally different. So if I turn this off, it won't do an envelope. Another thing too is you can actually up the octave of where you're playing at, your test tune is. Get this over here, right click, crop sample. See, this is red, the sustain is in red because sometimes you gotta mess with it. Has a little bit more high end. Crop sample. There you go. See, this one's kind of cool. This Let's move this off of this little phasey part. Let's see if we can get something a little closer here. Let's put something simple in here. Crop sample. Get that sampler sound because it's looping through the sample pretty good. You got to jump through octaves sometimes. Sometimes you're not going to get some really cool results. But here's some stuff that I actually found some results for over here. Like plucks are really good, stuff like that. And I took this riser thing over here. White noise is actually kind of cool with this. And then I did something over here with this white noise thing. It's cool for pads and stuff. Found another sample here, so. I found something really cool with the white noise. So that is our sample here, but being played at a lower octave, way more tonal. I got a really fuzzy sample from this section, and I just duplicated it, freeze and flattened it, and then I started using it onto these racks over here, and you get some cool stuff out of it. Get some risers out of some of this stuff too. Very crazy stuff that you never would have thought ever to like think of. Get some cool leads out of it. This is one too. I think that's a really cool like riser web thing going on here. That's with the pitch envelope off. Found some really cool stuff if you get like a double web sample. Let's do something that's really like natural sounding. Let's go to the organ in here. That's pretty cool. So next, we're gonna look at what the warping things can do. So I have it at texture, and I'm gonna set it at a certain size. I'm gonna hit random. So it's gonna keep it at here, but it's gonna keep it at a certain size, and we're just gonna see what results we get. That's cool. I like this one. Freeze and sample. Get one of these. Let's do it again. Put the sample in here. Some more. Hey, thank you for checking this out. Download link's gonna be down in the description. Try the rack. As soon as you play with it, you're gonna notice like there's some interesting ideas in the sample rack, and you can do a lot of cool things with it. I'm implementing this into my sound design next. It's part of my soon-to-be Sound Destroyers pack coming pretty soon. It's gonna be a whole bunch of instrument racks. That's what I'm thinking of doing. If you guys like it, let me know. Sound Destroyers, Ableton racks. Thank you guys so much.